Previously on Trails through Daybreak, the party helped the market manager capture and reform a thief. They also saved a pair of dancers from a bunch of aggressive tourists, who didn't learn their lesson despite getting their asses beat. At the hotel, they met with their client Nina, who also brought Judith to discuss the Fretler case, but Judith was still wary of the Spriggans because they figured out her secret identity. Welcome to Al Jumeirah Hotel. As one of the floor managers, we're honored by your visit. I'm in charge of hotel services above the first and second floors, as well as reception. As such, should you need absolutely anything whatsoever, please don't hesitate to come find me and ask. I'll be more than glad to help. If you require any assistance, please don't hesitate to call on me. We currently have not only very famous actors staying with us, but also a number of VIPs hailing from Elsheim. Between the unprecedented number of guests visiting Farbad and the increasing trouble, it's fair to say we are a bit under pressure. Nevertheless, we want our VIPs to feel completely safe within our walls, and will respond to issues with the urgency that they demand. Actor, there I go again, my apologies, I didn't mean for that to slip out. I've done some martial arts training in the past, you see, and I also work security for the hotel here. Because of that, sometimes when I get into the job, the mindset from my training days comes back to me. Welcome to Al Jumeirah Hotel. Miss Lancer has already informed me of your arrival. She is currently staying in the upper levels of the hotel. Should you need anything, however, I'll be more than happy to assist you. It's always shocking to see how much this city is growing. It's gotten so prosperous, I swear it looks different every time I visit. As the one who runs Vernay's infrastructure division, I stay informed about the size of the investments that get made here. But you can't appreciate just how much the Central Eastern investors want Farbad to grow, and the money they're spending unless you see it. There they go, bickering again. I thought we were all here to oversee the festival, and yet... I guess they haven't seen each other since the Prince's Banquet 2 years ago. Maybe our fathers are just catching up. They were competitive back then, to be sure, but this definitely feels more venomous. Forgive me for asking, but is it fair to say your father has changed since letting Valis into your realm? You could say that. On one hand, I can understand him not wanting to be held back by old customs for the sake of tradition. But the fact is, once he sets his stubborn mind on anything, nothing can dissuade him. We'll see what happens, I suppose. Be as it may, there's no reason we personally can't get along. After all, we come from the same land. There's much we have in common. Our generation can absolutely put the quarrels of our fathers to bed if we put our minds to it. Don't you agree? Yeah, I don't see why not. To be honest, it makes me happy to hear you say that. Really happy, as a matter of fact. The Bashars and Dahars have been rival clans practically since the beginning of time. Not that we typically resort to arms to settle our differences. In fact, we crossed paths before at royal functions. But with my father getting roped into Valis' financial schemes, the situation has gotten a little complicated. Must the two sides always bear fangs to one another at every possible opportunity? Honestly, this was simply supposed to be a trip where we oversaw an event in which my father invested, following the prince's example. I was truly looking forward to this festival, but who knows if I'll even be able to enjoy it now. You learn a lot when you work at a hotel where the guests are very discerning about their alcohol. I've practiced my craft all over the place, but I can say with confidence that this place is where I truly belong. After all, where else in Zamaria can I try my hand at mixing Central Eastern fruits and flavors and cocktails from all over? Well, what say you, Dahar? Haven't you tired of serving the royal family as a loyal dog? Bold words coming from the man who joined forces with a developing nation to complete his trade routes. He called me the dog. Unlike you, we haven't cast aside our pride as a clan and still remember the debt we owe the royal family. Waha, bold words coming from one such as you. Perhaps you feel the need to profess your loyalty with him present. The fact is, times are changing. I simply made the choice that best capitalized on the location of our dominion. Nothing more, nothing less. These people are true visionaries, I tell you. Free yourselves of those old shackles and face reality for what it is. This isn't merely about Mira. Elsheim has people like His Highness the Prince and your very own sister, you know. You'll come to regret showing such disregard for the principality, and you'll have nobody to blame but yourself. I can hardly believe that the head of the Bashars who hold the eastern part of Elsheim have been in bed with Valis all this time. I knew that they'd been investing far and wide in an effort to spread their influence, but to witness it so close to home is a shock. I suppose this means the trade routes neighboring Elsheim have begun to fall under the umbrella at last. Dahar is still stuck in his old ways. What good is having power if a man doesn't exercise it on others, But forget him. All I care about is making my realm and fortune as big as possible so my son can inherit a lot from me. Actions speak louder than words. I'll show that Dahar that my way will bear fruit. Plenty of fruit at that. I never imagined a second-rate actress like me would ever get a stay in such a fancy hotel. I've been to other film festivals before, but never got to hang out in anything like this. I mean, Judith Lancer is here. Sounds like there are plenty of other A-listers here too. Maybe if I'm lucky I can get some pointers from them. That would be great. I wonder if anyone like Lafarl Aznavour is staying at this place.
Hey friend, you got a minute?
Hey there boy, out doing a little sightseeing? If you're looking for something to check out, I can hook you up with all kinds of places. Everybody knows me around here. Forward Bat is full of fun spots that only locals really know. We've got casinos, bars. If it was just us lads talking, I could even tell you about some of the city's hottest attractions if you catch my drift. Oh, what do you mean by hot? Because if it involves some hot ass, I'm down to party. Ahem, Aaron, you seem to be forgetting we have a ferry with us. To be fair, spots like that can be worth visiting in our line of work. You'd be surprised how much dirt you can dig up in places like that. But she's right, you can forget it while we've got the kid with us. Just keep it in the back of your mind for later. People often refer to Farbat as a city of pleasure, and for good reason. There's plenty more to be found here beyond just sparkly hotels and traditional rest houses. If you want to learn more, I'd be more than happy to fill you in. Just ask. Hey, are you guys a Lincure? Yeah, we're with Arkride Solutions. We're here to take care of the 4 SPG you left. I take it you're Marcelo, the guy who posted it. Yup, I'm your guy. Boy, am I glad to see you. You wrote that somebody's demanding hush money from you to stay quiet about your gray market business. This merch must be what makes your little enterprise not quite squeaky clean, eh? Counterfeits? Huh, I don't get what the big deal is. He just has lots of stuff. Though wait, if you look closely, the brand logos look weird. What gives? Oh, I get it. We've got stalls like this back where I'm from, except the stuff those guys have tends to be more bogus looking. The moshi dolls. Yeah, you've got me. I sell bootleg stuff, or as I prefer to say, high quality imitation goods. Heh, sure. Makes you sound just a hair more respectable, I guess. Still a fraudster at the end of the day. No, that's just the thing. I'm not out to scam anybody out of their hard-earned Mira. I always tell them up front that my stuff's fake, so I know exactly what they're getting when they purchase it. Wait, really? But why would anybody buy fake stuff if they could get real ones? Because you can get fake and look real fancy for a tiny fraction of the price. There's a man out there for what I offer, I tell you. Oh, I guess that's one way to look at it. So you're slightly more honest than the other guy. Slightly. Does the actual makers of the originals know that what you're doing, though? Wouldn't they try to sue you if they found out? Like I said, I'm not out here telling folks that this stuff's the real deal. That's straight up illegal. But if I sell all his imitation stuff up front, then I'm just barely in the clear. At least that's what I like to believe. I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure this is all still against the law. You're making Miro riding on the coattails of real designers without their permission. I mean, you're not wrong, but still. Straddling that line is how you get by selling these bootlegs in broad daylight. Until someone tries to extort you so you keep quiet about the illegality of it all, that is. So let's hear it. Who's giving you grief? That's what makes this whole mess so tricky to deal with. It's a cop who's threatening me. Oh shit, for real? You're not pulling our leg, are you? Yeah, I find that a little hard to believe. It's true. If he reported me, best case scenario, I'd be kicked out of here. Worst case, they'd book me. Bastard says if I don't want that, I have to pay him in order to get him to look the other way. I've got until tomorrow to get 30,000 Mira together or else he's going to raise hell. Look, I'm not stupid. If I'm getting myself arrested as well, I'll just close up my shop. I don't want that kind of trouble. But don't you guys think demanding hush money out of me is absurd? I don't know if I'd call it absurd, exactly. I see why you do it, but it does tell me this town's got crooked cops. You bet it does. That's why I reached out to you folks. I want you to track this guy down and get him to stop. There's nobody else I can turn to. I sure as hell can't talk to the other cops, and the guild is off limits too, given what I do. And there ain't no way I've got 30,000 Mira to spare. My sales aren't that good. You guys have to help me, I'm begging you. That's not for you to decide, pal. What's it gonna be, Chief? We're doing this or not? Except this gives me law and chaos. Alright, we're on it. We'll have a word with your cop buddy. Really? Oh, thank you, thank you. Things might not be all that above board here, but what this guy's doing ain't exactly illegal either. With any luck, if we play our cards right, we might be able to get him to back off without you having to close up shop. But how do we find this bad cop anyway? That's the question. Well, how would you guys go about looking for one? You kids are smart. I want you to hear my assistant's opinions. Nice, making your lackeys do all the hard work. I see how it is. It's hard to know where to begin. All we can really gather from the seller's testimony is the police officer in question is male. Well, I'm sure there are lots of male police officers in the city. That's hardly enough to narrow down the culprit. Yeah, I guess our only option is to start chatting up pigs and see what we can get out of them. Only question is how to approach them. Can't exactly just waltz up and ask, yo, you got any buddies who are bribe-taking rats? True, that would just provoke them and goddess help us if we ask the culprit on accident. I know, what if we pretend to be customers who lost money to the seller ourselves? Huh, you lost me, Pipsqueak. What do we get out of going to all this trouble? I was thinking it could give us an idea about what the police are doing about our client in the first place. If we know what they're doing about guys like him, maybe that'll give us a clue that points us toward whoever's threatening him. Oh, I see. That's a smart idea, actually. Good thinking, Fairy. Sounds like we're going to have to pound some pavement, but hell if I can think of anything better to do. I'm game. Oh, I didn't think it was that clever, but think it'll work? Yeah, that idea's got potential. Pretty sharp for a newcomer, actually. We'll try your idea and see what it gets us. Now, let's roll.
Commencing mission.
Maybe it's just me, but I swear I keep seeing cops around more often than usual. That probably won't make your guys' job of finding the right one any easier, but please, you gotta help me.
Hey there, what'll it be?
Moshette strap, wow. And I'm out of money.
See ya. So...
It's been a month since my wife left me. Since then, I've wondered which would mend my broken heart, beauty or excitement. I've been traveling trying to figure that out, and 2 days ago I finally found my answer. Name my fate in the cultural district. My heart needs both beauty and excitement, and I found it in that dancer. She's exactly what I've been looking for this whole time. This parking lot is public, so tourists staying at places without their own parking and whatnot get directed to park here. With all this tax revenue and investments pouring into the city, these sorts of spaces are freely available to everybody, which is nice. Unfortunately, with so many tourists coming here by car, it's only a matter of time before we run out of parking spaces.
Alrighty.
Oh, when I get back, I'm gonna have to give you a full wash top to bottom. Why, it still looks good as new to me. Well, it is covered in sand. Oh, poor guy, can't stand to see his baby looking nothing less than her finest. She'll survive, old man. I know the seller said the cop threatening him was a guy, but best not to leave any stone unturned when investigating things. Excuse me, you got a second to talk? Sure, no problem. What can I do for you? Yeah, we just realized we got scammed into buying some fake souvenirs by a street vendor we ran to. We tried to demand our money back, but the guy won't hear any of it. Is there anything you can do to help? Doesn't feel fair for the guy to leave us high and dry like that. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. I'm really sorry you had to deal with that. If this were any other time, I'd be more than happy to go over and try to help you all. Unfortunately, with the film festival nearly upon us, we really have to pick up and choose what problems get priority attention right now. Does that mean you won't be able to do anything today? Sadly, yes. Damn it, those bootleggers are a real handful, just in general. It's difficult for us to keep them in check. But just to be clear, I do absolutely intend to help. I don't want a scum like him to get off scot-free. I'll give you a complaint form. Once you fill it out, can you bring it to the station when you have time? You'll have to wait until after a festival, but you can be sure I'll recommend he's at least warned, if not already removed. That's fair, we can do that. Thanks for taking the time to listen to us. Okay, time to hit up another cop and see what they've got to say. Ugh, just once, I wish it wasn't so blisteringly hot. Sorry to bug you, pal. Got a minute? Sure, you guys need something? Yeah, we just realized we got scammed into buying some fake souvenirs by a street vendor we ran to. We tried to demand our money back, but the guy won't hear any of it. Ah, bootlegger trouble, huh? Yeah, we've got a handful of those around the city. I feel your pain. Those guys are smooth talkers. They can get you to part with your money before you know it. You're telling us, is there anything you can do to help? Well, I'm going to be frank with you. Dealing with those guys is like playing a game of cat and mouse. You can file the papers and serve them a warrant, but another one will spring up and take their place. It's a pain to be out some money, but probably wasn't that much you lost in the grand scheme of things, right? I guess so. And I just take the hit and move on. Sad to say. Be glad that's all it costs you to learn how things work around here. Oh, it's our fault we got scammed, is that it? I thought the good upstanding officers of the law were supposed to care about justice. Don't get preachy with me, kid. Fact is, we got our hands full and we have to pick our fights carefully right now. With all the security we have to provide for the actors and venues, we're swamped as it is with this damn film festival. Hell, we've had to call in additional help from other precincts so we have enough boots on the ground. Look, I get you might not like it, but we straight up don't have time to pursue every little thing that comes up right now. It sucks for me too. All these damn tourists make it tough to skip out on the job, so I heard that, you know. But if that's the way it is, I think we're done here. Come on, guys. Okay, time to help another cop and see what they gotta say. Sounds good to me. Wait, you? You're not even from here. Hey, buddy, how's your hot date going? Don't call me buddy. We are not friends. I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not interested in sharing a breeze with you. Oh, but of course, that doesn't apply to you, Agnes. If you ever need help with anything, I'm always happy to talk. A little cozy with her, aren't you, baby? Talking to another woman while you're on a date with your girlfriend. Points for bravery, I guess. God, it's not like that, sweetie. I promise. I only meant I'd talk to her in my capacity as a policeman. There's nothing between us. Yes. I thought we should try asking Detective Nate about the crooked policeman, since it's his line of work and all. But if he's here off duty, then... Yeah, not to mention that he might not have much to say about that or the bootlegger in general anyway. That's my thinking. Could end up being more trouble than it's worth in the end, talking to him. Yeah, I guess we better back off and look elsewhere. You don't know how long it took me to get her to finally agree to this trip. I won't let you or anyone else ruin this for me. Hey man, got a few seconds to talk? Certainly, how can I help you all? Yeah, we just realized we got scammed into buying some fake souvenirs by a street vendor we ran to. We tried to demand our money back, but the guy won't hear any of it. He what? That's outrageous. I'm so sorry you all fell victim to that. The Forbad police view the rampant counterfeiting in this town as a serious problem in need of addressing. That contradicts what the other guy said. Your case deserves urgent attention from us. Rest assured, that seller won't get away with this. He will be brought to justice, I promise. Well, glad someone out here cares about the little guy. Of course, it's an officer's duty above all else to keep the people of the city safe. I'm more than happy to assist. Tell me, where is this scam artist located? It's on the street that runs by the casino. Oh crap, did I make a mistake? Should I have made something up? No, that's okay. I think it'll all work out. That street, huh? I've never heard of any bootlegger operating there before. Wait, you know, I just remembered. The higher-ups said we're supposed to prioritize the film festival for now. So as much as I'd like to drop everything and investigate the seller, I'd probably have to wait to look into it another day. But don't you all worry, I'll do everything I can to make sure you folks get Mira back. That's good to know. Thank you for listening to us. Okay, this guy's sus. Cool, we look forward to hearing your good news then. Huh, what's his deal? Alright, I think that's enough sleuthing around for now. We got a bombshell to deal with already. We do? I mean, we talked to a bunch of people, but it sure didn't feel like we heard anything that big. Speak for yourself. There's one part that's definitely been nagging at me. Me too, although I'm not certain where it's especially significant. What? You're telling me I'm the only one that didn't pick up on it? Man. You'll figure out once we check back in with the stall owner. Let's head back to his place and touch base. So you went straight to the source and talked to the cops, huh? Makes sense, I guess. How'd it go? Do you guys manage to turn anything up about that crooked ass? Oh, we turned up quite a lot. In fact, I'd say we just about hit the jackpot. I'm confident that we found your man. Alright, that was fast. Wait, we have? I didn't realize that at all. I can understand that. It was easy to miss, but there was one officer that rubbed me the wrong way with what he said. Well, if you're feeling so confident, it's got to be that one, right? I want to bring you over so you can confirm whether or not we've got the right person. You mind coming with us? Sure, no problem. I couldn't forget that face even if I tried. I remember clear as day. Do you happen to catch a name? I'm curious. Of course, our jury cop is none other than... Oh, you're answering it this time. Camillo. Officer Camillo. At least that's what he claims to go by. Who knows if it's legit? What? That guy? Are you for real? He seems super nice. Out of everyone we talked to, he was the most fired up to help us. Exactly, that's the problem number one. Vernier was willing to hear us out too, but she herself said that the local bootleggers are hard to shut down. And as Calvin put it, trying to bring them is like cat and mouse. They'll just scatter everywhere on you and crop up again later. Plus, with the festival occupying the force's attention, they're in no position to devote resources to anything other than serious crimes. That's right. Despite that, Officer Camillo very clearly said he would absolutely arrest the seller who scammed us. It wouldn't be all that unusual if he was simply that dedicated to his job, but you have to remember, when we mentioned it was this stand specifically, he suddenly sounded a lot less interested in helping us. Oh, that's strange. What does it all mean? Think about what you would do if you weren't on the up and up. This all starts to make sense. Our man in blue wasn't interested in helping us. He was just looking for a new mark. A new mark that he can try and squeeze hush money out of in the exact same way he has with you. But once he realized he'd already hit you up, he suddenly had a bunch of reasons why trusty law enforcement can't help us today. That makes sense. I can see how someone like him would think like that. But so far, all it shows is that he looks like he might be crooked. Don't we need more evidence before we can pin the blame on him? Funny you should say looks. That's the second problem with him, actually. We can't rule out that he might not be police at all, let alone a rotten cop. We may well be dealing with an imposter. Oh damn, are you serious? But he was clearly wearing his uniform when I talked to him. That makes him about as legit as it gets, doesn't it? That uniform is exactly what's wrong with him. It looked off to me too. Oh yeah, now that I might think about it, his clothes did look newer than the other officers we talked to. I hadn't thought about that. Ironic using fake clothes to spool counterfeiter. Forbad is a desert city with a lot of sand blowing around. Officers try to stay neat, but it should be a bit of a struggle. Obviously, it's not possible that it's a coincidence and his uniform just happens to be brand new, but when you think about that and the way he talked to us, that's enough to lean toward him being the culprit. Yep, couldn't have said it better myself. When you guys put it like that, I can see what makes him suspicious. We should definitely talk to him again. That asshole, I tried to be polite with him, thinking he was an authority figure, and now it turns out he's not even a real cop. He won't get away with making a mockery out of me. Where is he? I'll kick his ass. Whoa, slow down there, buddy. If our hunch about him being an imposter is right, we gotta tread with caution. What? Why? What's the big deal? Pretending you're a policeman isn't exactly a casual prank. It's flagrantly illegal and extremely risky. So the fact that he's doing so in full broad daylight in the massive city must mean he's got mafia connections. He's got bigger fish to fry. He's after something more than just shaking down random hawkers for shits and giggles. Exactly. Until we figure out what exactly it is our man's after, it's best to try negotiating with him while trying to suss out what's up. Let me handle the talking here, alright? You keep your distance from him. We don't want anything to happen. Don't worry, we'll do our best to make sure you come out on top. God, I hate not being in control of the situation. Alright, I'm trusting you guys to come through. Alright, now with that settled, we should probably take this guy over to see Officer Camillo. Hey, mind if we have another chat? Oh, hello again. Is there something else I can... Right, so it's time to be real. I'm a spriggan and these are my assistants. A concerned citizen, you see, hired us to help with a crooked cop trying to shake him down for hush money concerning his bootlegging. That's an interesting assignment you've been given. I fail to see what this has got to do with me, though. Like hell you do. I recognize your smug mug face anywhere, asshole. It's him. This is definitely the guy. If you don't want to be put on trial for extortion, you better back off right now, or else. Whoa, take it easy, mister. I really can't understand what you're even talking about when you yell like that, sir. If I haven't to say anything to you before, then very well, I take it back. Easy enough, right? Does that make you feel better? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to leave. I'm really busy right now. Huh? What's the rush, pal? We're not done talking. I don't think my client can take you at your word, you know, given your rampant history of lying. I don't understand. What else do you want from me? Well, how about give us your full name and precinct? We can, you know, run that by the Farbad police and make sure you get a commendation for your good service. Even if you came in from a different part of the country to help out, they should still have no problem looking you up. What's the matter? Cack out your tongue? You could show us your badge, too. We can look up your details, no problem. Whatever works for you. This is ridiculous. I don't have to put up with this. If you keep this nonsense up, I'll arrest all of you for disturbing the peace. Oh, so you'll take us down to the police station, right? They'll know you're a fake right away if you do that, you dummy. Little beat. You really are an imposter. What kind of cop talks to civilians like that, huh? Bastard, you'll pay for making a fool out of me. Let's go. No, don't! You dumbass, don't! Stay where you are. That's it. I try to keep calm, but you just had to get ahead of yourself. I think it's time you shut the hell up. Huh? I try to warn you, dude. Oh crap, we're starting to draw some serious attention. Everybody, please calm down. We have the situation under control. Shit, could this get any worse? He's right. I don't want this to end with the client getting stabbed. On the one hand, I probably can't guarantee his safety unless I give up on apprehending our imposter. On the other hand, this guy really seems like bad news. I can try to take him down, but we might not make it out unscathed. I haven't got a lot of chaos points in a while. I'm gonna go with capture. We're taking him in. Get ready. This could get messy. I told you, stay away. Ugh. Eat shit. Arg. Heh, that all you got? You can keep fighting if you like. I enjoy a good tango. You get what we're saying? Surrender now if you don't want to get hurt. Now what's it gonna be? Damn you. Guess the odds are stacked against me. Are you alright? Oh no, you're hurt. Here, let me treat you. Hey, can one of you contact the police for us? Although it wouldn't shock me if they're already on their way with how much of a scene we've made. On it. Before long, the police came rushing in. Once informed of the situation, they took Officer Camillo into custody. Soon enough, it was determined that he was one of the Deviancy brothers who were wanted in Edith. And so the case of the extorting impostor was laid to rest. With the culprit now apprehended, they all made their way back to Marcelo's stall. How are you feeling, Marcelo? You're not too hurt, are you? Nah, nothing I can't handle. I shouldn't have charged in and confronted a guy like that. Anyway, I definitely owe you guys. You've done a ton for me. Thanks again for everything. I'll make sure your reward is worth it. Hey, we won't say no. Just keep the bootlegs to yourself, alright? Ha, don't worry. I wasn't going to pull that on you. Still, sounds like there's another guy like him if we were called the Deviancy brothers. Yeah, I can't believe we confronted a wanted criminal. It sounded like they just stuck to Edith before. Wonder why they're here. Probably thinking they can use the commotion from the film festival to make a killing while the killing's good. Plain and simple. If his brother is out there, it's probably safe to assume he's already up to no good whatever it is. Agreed. All we can hope is that whatever he's doing, we don't get more work on our desks because of it. Just keep this all in the file cabinet, and in the meantime, let's find some more work to do.
That's a wrap. Love to see it.
Okay, got some SP.
Deposit confirmed.
Really should give us more Mira at this point, dang it. Guess it's not coming back on its own anytime soon, is it? I better round it up soon or else its load could be in real trouble. Sigh. Hey, is it just me or does that guy look like he's in trouble? Haven't you heard curiosity kill the cat? Keep your nose out of trouble, small fry. Well, it might not be that bad. Maybe it's a problem we can help with. Not to mention it might be a good way to get to know the area and the state of it. Well, we are in the area. Might as well see what he needs. Hey, my man, what's wrong? You look a little annoyed about something. Who are you guys? Arkride Solutions. We specialize in problems that can't be left to police or racer guild. We work out of Edith, but we're out here to handle an assignment. Depending on what's barring you, we might be able to sort it out. You could. Oh, that would be great. Wait, you said you specialize in problems that can't be entrusted to the police or the guild, right? Does that mean you won't handle anything that falls outside of that? Not necessarily. Why don't you tell us what's going on? Well, you see, I make my living distributing fruit in Farbad. This time I thought I could save a few Mira by not hiring any escorts and getting through the Sandsea all on my own. Ugh, why do these people always do that? Come on. Random NPC merchants always need to be rescued. I figure it'd be fine. It's a route I know like the back of my hand. No big deal. Was my deal sense off? A vicious sandstorm hit that completely threw off my sense of direction. And then, of course, monsters had to attack. That sounds awful. I'm glad you made it out in one piece. Sounds like Mother Nature made you pay for your hubris big time. Did she ever? Fortunately, the entire caravan made it out of that mess of life by the skin of our teeth. Unfortunately, it was only when we got here that I realized the last camel that was supposed to bring up our rear had gone missing. And that's a big problem. That animal is carrying rare food I'd really rather not lose if I can help it. I need to hurry out there and search for that camel and the food, but I'm not sure what to do. Tell me more about this rare food it's hauling around. What sort of stuff are we talking about, exactly? Have you ever heard of raw cocoa? It's pretty obscure, so I doubt you... I'm sorry, did you say raw cocoa? Oh yeah, that was the rare ingredient inside that al-fayed stuff we had earlier, wasn't it? I don't get what the big deal is. I can imagine what it's like easily enough as like regular old cocoa. It can't be that special. That's where you're wrong, my friend. Sounds like someone needs a crash course on cocoa and how it works. Cocoa beans are a base ingredient of chocolate. You get them from inside cocoa pods that grow on trees. Now, the thing about those cocoa pods is that they also have this pulp that can be used too. And that pulp happens to be the raw cocoa. Your average marketplace doesn't usually carry them, so they're a hard find. That's exactly right. You know your stuff. Color me impressed. Of course, I'm a man who can't live without some good old chocolate, so I've been dying to have raw cocoa at least once. It's supposed to have a sweet yet sour profile, but with a little bitterness thrown in that makes it addictive. A real Central Eastern delicacy. We get it, dude. It's the greatest thing on the Goddess's Green Earth or whatever. You don't have to give us a lecture about it. And what do you mean you can't live without your chocolate? You make it sound like you'd croak if you don't get your fix. There goes Van. There's nothing stopping him now. Well, I'm learning a lot today. Now you've got me curious about what it's like too. If you guys are that interested in it, I can let you all sample some of it. Assuming you can find my camel that's carrying my stock of it, mind. It's not every day you get a chance to dine on some genuine raw cocoa straight from the source. This might be something the guild can totally handle, but hell if I'm gonna let him edge me out of this. Except... we don't usually take this sort of work, but I'll make an exception this time. We'll take the job. Are you sure you can handle it? I don't want to pressure you, but you'd be doing me a huge favor. Well, if our boss says it's okay. Besides, we don't want your camel to come to harm. We'd be more than happy to help. Yep, we get to save an innocent career and have some yummy food afterwards. This is the best job ever. Yeah, look at that, us. Real pack of professionals here. I was interested in checking out those sand dunes, though. Seems like I'd get a decent workout there, so hell, I'm game. Then we're all in agreement. We're off to the desert to find that camel. Before we take off, do you happen to remember where exactly you were attacked by those monsters? Let me think. You know, believe it or not, I'm pretty sure it was actually close to town. Looking at the map, once you're in the sand dunes and head a little to the west, you'll find the spot. Gotcha, west it is. I have to imagine that camel can't have gotten all that far. It must still be wandering around there somewhere. We'll start at the site of the attack and fan out around that. Sounds good to me. We'd better hurry. We don't want that camel getting hurt.
Commencing mission.
My lost camel is somewhere out in the Sandsea. It's not just the safety I'm worried about, it's carrying valuable goods too. I'm worried about what could happen to them. I really hate to impose, but I hope you can bring it back. I don't know what I'll do without it. Okay, the Sandsea.
Off we go.
That's a lot of dudes.
Do we really gotta cross this thing on foot?
It has to be a crime for it to be this hot in October. Come on, you guys. Less whining, more moving.
Oh, I need to kill you guys for money. Die.
Beginning combat.
Charge attack available.
I've got you. Now, let's
Unleashing shard strike.
Bruh.
Let's party!
Why aren't you guys...
Loading enemy stats.
Wow, they aren't weak to any of the stuff I want them to be weak to.
Initializing drive.
keep it up. It's working.
A chance!
Fuck, where's Fairy? How the hell are you over here?
Keep it up. It's working. Activating skill. Perfect chance.
Let's party!
Crap, I need to get you more arts.
Keep it up. It's working.
Activating skill.
There. A chance. There. You're open.
Suggesting physical attacks.
Wait, really? Physical?
To work!
Charge attack available.
I've got you. I've got you. We're down.
This is
Unleashing
it!
shard
Close in and
strike.
kick some ass! Let's party!
Loading enemy stats.
Time to go all out.
Now's a good time to boost.
Have some more!
Perfect chance.
A boost would work here.
Lanes. There. Yes.
A chance!
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Too slow!
Yeah. Mary. A chance.
Initializing drive.
Lanes. There. Yes.
Activating skill.
There. Mary. He flinched.
Activating skill.
Here goes!
Okay.
Activating skill.
Sucker!
That's what you get.
That wasn't half bad, Aaron. Let's get to work.
Charge attack available.
Now,
Unleashing
let's
shard
finish the
strike.
job.
Loading enemy stats.
Why do these guys always have so many resistances?
Let's party!
Now's a good time to boost. Activating skill.
Sucker!
Now, you old fart!
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand. Give him your all.
Gotcha!
Yes.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Frost Charm prevent burn.
That looks like a nice chest.
Hit 2. It's like a wall of sand.
Not this way. This is bad.
The dust is making it hard to see. Pull back, or else we'll get separated.
That looks like a nice chest.
You mats. Looks like we found some cargo. Doesn't seem to have been dropped that long ago. Maybe it fell off when the caravan got attacked by those monsters. I don't see any camels anywhere. I think those monsters gobbled up our objective. Erg, Aaron. Don't say things like that. That poor camel. I'm kidding, small fry. Chill out. Let's assume it's still with us. We need to figure out what direction it went and once it got separated from the caravan. Given the climate and the heat, my bet set it either took off for a watering hole or went to find some shade. But according to the map, there's nowhere to drink water around here. Actually, camels don't necessarily need an oasis or anything to stay hydrated. They can break off cacti and suck up the water that's inside. Even the Kruga do that all the time when they have to work in real wastelands and stuff. Nice, I think you're onto something, Fairy. Any camel worth its salt in the desert is bound to know other ways to find water. That's interesting. I wouldn't have considered cacti. What do you know? I actually learned something new from our pipsqueak today. Stop it, you guys. You're gonna make me blush. But unfortunately, I don't see any cacti that have been nibbled on recently looking around. Well, what if it went somewhere to try and get out of the sandstorm first? I could see someone taking shelter and staying hydrated using a cacti there. Then how's about we try heading in, say, that direction? Looks pretty rocky. Probably makes for decent protection against the winds around here. Yeah, I'd say it's worth checking out. Let's see what we can find over there. Okay, the enemies did not respawn. Good. If they did, that would make things tough.
Suggesting magic attacks.
Beginning combat.
Charge attack available.
I've got you. We're down. We can win right now.
Initializing drive.
Activating skill.
Have some more!
Rise and shine, small fry!
Yes!
Activating skill.
A chance!
Too slow!
There! Mary! I'm stronger than ever!
Bulwark Blade. Blind.
Looks like a chest.
Burning Verse. Hey, look what's under attack. Oh, hell, that must be our camel. Better step in before things go south. Ugh, my feet feel like boulders at this point, but now isn't the time to complain. That's right, we've got a camel to save.
Activating shards.
Okay.
Going all in.
Bruh. Why y'all have to be so far away?
Time to go all out!
Here it goes! Rise and shine, small fry!
Since I'm gonna get one of those plus turns with him.
Let's party!
No, let's just do this.
Keep it up! It's working!
Okay, Icicle Hammer.
Zypha, activate! Engaging shield!
A chance!
Time to go all out!
Now you won't fart!
Think fast! Take this!
Oh shit, that's everyone!
I'll take you on!
We're on fire.
Going all in.
Cataract Wave. Emergency measures are needed.
Arts will be more effective. Initializing drive.
Mary! Ha! Yes!
Activating skill.
Here goes!
Nice.
Activating skill.
Sucker!
Didn't give me much at all. What? I guess they over-leveled from playing everything else. Whew, that had me worried for a moment. I know, I'm just glad we were able to find the camel in one piece. Judging by those cactus chunks, my hunch was right. He must have been thirsty and came over for a drink. I bet he's pretty tired from hauling all that cargo around for so long, poor guy. What about the goods? Is that raw cocoa stuff still intact? Not that I care that much, it just sucked to come this far and not have nothing to show for it. Let's find out. Hold on a sec. Well, how's it look? Is our work paying off or what? Ooh, I'm so anxious. Van looks so tense. It's rubbing off on me now. Van? From there, the party rounded up the camel and brought it back to the merchant in Farbad. Whew, thanks a ton. You kids saved my hide. You guys were out there so long I was starting to get worried I sent you to danger or worse. Thanks for dragging this poor guy back. Now I can finally rest easy and get on with my business. It took a little effort to track him down, but by adios we still managed to wrangle him up. I was expecting to get a little exercise out of our desert trek, but it gets pretty rough out there. Definitely, the glare from the sun is so intense, not to mention all those clouds of sand. I'm glad we're back in town. That's okay, because all that effort's finally about to pay off. We're gonna be able to have some of that cocoa, right? That's what we're about to find out. The cocoa pods themselves look just fine, but what about the pulp? Is the raw cocoa inside still okay? What about that? I opened one of the pods up, and luckily there was hardly any damage inside at all. It's a miracle they emerged out of that ambush in this state. I'm incredibly grateful. So yes, you all have definitely earned some raw cocoa. I took it and made some juice with it for you all. It's got a distinct flavor to it, but hopefully you'll like it. Wow, it's white. What if that cocoa pulp would be dark in color, like chocolate? That's so interesting. Yeah, it doesn't resemble chocolate at all, but it still looks amazing. I can't wait to try it. Makes sense. You need the beans in order for it to be brown. Anyway, this stuff isn't going to drink itself. Here goes. Me and the others took a sip of their raw cocoa juice. Well, damn, this stuff's pretty legit. Yeah, I feel more energized just drinking it. It reminds me of fruit juice from the south. Do we get a recipe? I'm also amazed at how different it tastes compared to Melfita, despite coming from the same plant. It's just a little bitter, but that doesn't stop it from being really smooth to drink. I like it. Hell yeah, this is even better than what I'd heard. The balance of sweetness and sourness is just perfect. I could see myself getting addicted to this stuff. I'm impressed it doesn't take much pulp to get such a dense flavor too. Definitely something only Mother Nature could cook up. Really, it's wild you can make such different things with the same cocoa pod between this stuff and chocolate. I'm glad you all like it so much. Sounds like I made the right choice at rewarding you with it then. I'll be sure to deposit some good hard mirror as soon as we're done here, of course. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the drinks. Couldn't have asked for a better bonus. Not at all. I'm the one who's grateful. You went out and saved my camel's life. That was no small feat. I can only thank Arusha for guiding us to Nar. Farewell, friends.
All in a day's work. Mirror deposit confirmed.
Law up.
Hell yes! This is what I've been waiting for!
Don't get too excited. You're still on the clock.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think we're allowed to actually grind for cool equipment here, huh? Wow, they sure are raking it over at Valis. Makes Alzheim look like a bunch of cheapskates for comparison. Never thought a developing nation would pony up nearly twice as much for ore as the Principality, but here we are. The future has never been brighter for my region. Owning a mine's not so bad when you got help like that. Welcome to Molin Casino. We hope you enjoy your visit. While you're here, why not indulge in some games of chance? With any luck, you might be blessed with fortune. If you wish to exchange your earnings, I'll gladly take care of that for you. It's honestly my favorite part of running a casino. Welcome. Care to play a round of cards with me? There's more to them than you might think. Once you're good enough, it's fun to see glimmers of your opponent's true identity seep in. Casinos are pretty fun places to visit. I don't just mean for the gambling either. That part has its thrills, sure, but I get my real kick out of simply people watching. At any given moment in time, you've got a sea of souls mingling. Many who will go nowhere and some will go far. Like that dealer over there, the one in the glasses. He can intuit which type of customer he's playing. It's amazing stuff. Welcome to Molin Casino. Feel free to pull up a chair and enjoy our wide array of games. Or if you prefer, we also offer a best-in-class bar as well. We've spared no expense whatsoever to ensure that you, our customer, have nothing less than the most pleasurable experience possible. Most bets tend to skew high due to our richer Central Eastern patrons, but please don't let that stop you from enjoying yourself. If you have any questions about the games we offer, I'll be more happy to answer them. Harold is the one who runs our card games. He's new here, but I assure you he can certainly hold his own. As you can see, with the economy in such good shape, our customers have been betting quite big recently. Nothing like a good windfall to make people believe in the power of luck. Why don't you all join them? Ride this wave of fortune and see just how far it can take you, too.
Well, look who it is. I had a feeling I'd run into you all sooner rather than later.
I see you guys have had no problem getting settled in and working here.
Forget us. Last I checked, you weren't supposed to be here till tomorrow. I never thought I would see you hanging out with Bermati either.
My schedule got bumped up, so I ended up running into this guy on the train.
And here I was going to try and surprise you all later. I even made Dingo keep it a secret, too. In my case, there's a bartending tournament taking place at the same time as the film festival, which I've been invited to. To even have Van here with me? Oh, it must be fate. What else could it be?
Yeah, no, I've had the run-ins with cops more fateful than this. Well, at least it explains you two being an odd couple. I assume this has nothing to do with you lighting up 4 SPGs and you're out here to cover the film festival. Not the sort of beat I'd peg you work in. A little normal compared to your usual fare, ain't it? It is what it is. There's something that caught my attention that I'm trying to look into. What do you mean? Does it have to do with the film festival? Is it related to Nina's request somehow? No, it's something different. Though granted, I can't entirely rule out them being related at the moment. Boy, that sure answers a lot. Is this that scoop you're always pursuing on the down low? Never heard what the deal is there. Well, how should I put it?
Forgive my interruption, Mr. Brad, Mr. Bermati.
Now this is a surprise. What is it?
I'm terribly sorry to bother you, sir. You have a call waiting for you. A woman going by the last name M.A. contacted the front desk.
Say what? M.A., isn't that the reporter? Marielle? Oh, you mean that gullible reporter we saw back in Longport? As I recall, she works for the Tyrell Times and has the hots for O'Dingle here. Big time hots. Do you have a scorching date planned all the way out here? Sounds like things are really blossoming between the two of you. Like hell they are. I specifically told her to keep away from me for this trip. Sorry, I'd better take care of this. I'll see you all later. Poor guy, always being put through the ringer by that girl. He just can't seem to keep her hanging for long. Anyway, that bartending tournament I was talking about is being hosted at the Al Jumeirah Hotel. I'm going to hang out there a bit longer and then make my way over there. If I hear anything interesting, I'll be sure to get in touch. In the meantime, good luck, everyone. Sounds good. Can't wait to hear what you dig up. Thanks, Bermati. Good luck with your tournament. You should treat us to some cocktails. You know, taste testing before the grilling competition. Aaron, no, we're here to work. Can't believe Bermati himself is entering the bartending tournament. You may not realize it, but he's a pretty big celebrity in our line of work. He said he wanted to get some practice in before the big event, so I'm letting him man my counter. I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on what he does. It's not every day you get to learn from a master of like him. I can even shop from you. Your darling sure seems shocked to see me staying at the counter here, huh? That's not the only surprise I hope to have in store for you all, assuming all my practice for the bartending tournament pays off. You're telling me. Never expected to see you hanging out with Dingo of all people. Before be it for me to complain about having you here. Don't be surprised if we hit you up later. This bartending tournament sounds like a pretty fun time too. Can't say I've heard of anything like that before. Oh, it's a thing, alright. It sounds like they deliberately timed this year's events to coincide with the film festival. Seeing as I was invited and all, I figured it would be rude not to put in a good effort, you know? So you're out here working a local joint trying to shake off the rust. I get it. Didn't take you to be so serious about all these sorts of things. Shows me what I know. I've got my connections in the bartending world, as you might imagine. It wasn't that hard to call in a favor. Regardless, I'll be training at the hotel starting tonight, so I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty of each other out there. One way or another, wherever I am, I always find a way to mix drinks. If you need anything, hun, don't be afraid to ask. When it comes to you, I'm always ready to prepare something spicy for you, whether it's alcohol or intel.
Welcome to my adult oasis.
Nothing new.
Cheers to Tharbad.
Marielle, I know I told you not to get involved this time. What? You're coming to Tharbad tonight? Give me a break for once, will you? Oh, alright. Hit me up when you get here. I'll come pick your nosy self up at the station. Just don't stick your head in anything weird or dangerous while you're here, got it? Sounds like our intrepid reporter's on the case again. Don't get too carried away leading the poor gal on, Dingo. Most days it's me who's tending the bar here at the casino. I like to whip up cocktails that include rare Central Eastern fruit, which are a big hit among my customers. Plus, for my more well-connected clientele, I also offer an array of fine liquor from across the Muria. Hi everyone, it's nice to see you again. Hi Shahina, hi Sarah. Is this your home? Yep, it's pretty small, but it's home sweet home. I wish we could bring you inside, but we've got another performance coming up soon that we need to get ready for. It's no problem. Good to see you ladies are keeping busy, honestly. Haven't run into any trouble since this morning, I hope. No, luckily. Thank you for asking. We've been getting bigger crowds than usual, but luckily nobody else has acted strangely. Maybe they heard about how you guys saved the day and earlier, and that's made all the other weirdos think twice. We can hope. Still, I'm tired. I think I'm going to stop by a hammam on the way back. That sounds nice. Hopefully, that'll keep your spirits up until we're all done. Well, if any more assets try to keep pre-buying you girls, let us know. We'll sort them out just like the others. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Well, we'd better get back to work. You guys are pretty handsome, but if you're thinking of making a move on Sarah, I'd think twice. Know why? Because it looks like she's got a boyfriend. Oh, really now? Hell, your sister's such a catch. I'd be shocked if she didn't. Don't be surprised if I whisk her away if he turns out to be a loser, though. Van, Aaron. Huh? Shahina, what are you doing? We have to go. Coming. See you guys later. Oh wait, the autographs. We forgot to give them to her. I wouldn't borrow right now when they're about to perform. I'm sure we'll see them again. We can make Shahina's day then. Don't recognize this number. Hello there. I think I'm speaking with Fairy's employer. I'm the owner of the inn you all are staying at. Do you have a moment to talk? Oh sure, what's up? There's a man who dropped by earlier and asked to pass along a message. He has a job for you and he wishes to meet in person to discuss the nature of the request. Gotcha. Well, I can't make any firm commitments, but I'm down to hear him out. Where is he at? You will find him at the public bath in the cultural district. He said this isn't an urgent matter, so you can take your time if you have other work. That's all he had to say. Thank you. I wonder what he wants. Perhaps there's a problem with the baths. Maybe. Hard to know for sure till we head over there and see what the deal is. If you're right, though, we should help him out. It's scorching hot now, so now's the perfect time for a good soak. Normally, I wouldn't be on board with enabling your weird sonic obsession, but I'll allow it this time. Me too. I'll do anything to help beat this heat. Then let's head over there as soon as we're ready. This is where Sora and Shahina live, isn't it? Yep, although they don't look to be home right now. Hey, Mr. Jom. Nice to meet you. See you. Oh, hey there, Farida. Wow, you certainly have grown since I saw you a year ago. I take it you're the spriggan Hala told me about. Yep, name's Van Arkride. Normally I work out of Edith. I'm here for a job. Hala told us to come meet you. Why don't you tell us what's going on and we'll see what we can do. Alright, it's probably easier if I just show you. Follow me. Oh, well I can see how you might have a problem here. Where's all the water? Normally I get it pumped in here from the oasis through the underground waterway that runs around here. Unfortunately, it suddenly stopped coming in this morning, and it's been like this ever since. That's definitely a little concerning. Does this sort of thing happen often? No, almost never, believe it or not. There was one time when the oasis itself dried up about 20 years ago, but that's about it. Back then, a renowned scholar investigated the problem for us and constructed a water management system that handled any problems. Who would that be? He must mean Professor Latoya Hamilton. She's famous for handling the waterworks here. It didn't just restore Oasis to where it was before. In fact, it became several times bigger. Her work is said to be directly linked to Farbad's rise as an entertainment destination. That's right. What that woman did was nothing short of a miracle for our city. I happened to catch a glimpse of her, and she seemed incredibly kind, and a real beauty, I might add. You don't say. God, anyway, getting back to the problem at hand. If nothing's wrong with the Oasis, then that probably means there's something going on in that underground waterway you mentioned. That's what I reckon, too. I really want to get this figured out so I can reopen my business and get back to serving customers. Unfortunately, the guild's so busy right now that they can't send anyone to take a look until at least tomorrow. I know it might cost more to get it done sooner, but do you think you all would be able to handle it instead? Basically, you want us to play plumber instead of the guild like they're supposed to. Is that it? I think we should do it. Sarah and Shahina are supposed to come by here after work. I'd hate to see them disappointed. Me too. I know this is getting off track from our main assignment, but is there any way we could help him out, Van? Yeah, alright. We'll do it. But you're right, pal. It's gonna cost you more. In addition to the guild's standard work fee, I want a free bath for everyone. Deal? I think that can be arranged. Deal. So in that case, you'll need this to get down there. Key to the underground waterway. When you leave here, take a right and you'll find an old maintenance way. You can climb down to the waterway from there. But be careful, monsters do tend to get down there at times. That shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for the tip. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get those pipes fixed so we can get our bathing on. I'm sorry to trouble you, but if you could get to the bottom of this and get the water flowing again, I'd really appreciate it. I can't tell you just how important the hammam is, not just to us, but of course, but to everyone living in the cultural district. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.